I'm Dominic Stevens. This week the Reserve Bank inched one step closer to hiking the OCR, saying that OCR increases are likely next year. The monetary policy statement was broadly in line with our expectations. The Reserve Bank was very bullish on the local economy and is becoming more concerned about the possible inflation consequences of rising house prices and the construction boom. Offsetting that though, the Reserve Bank did mention that its recently enacted loan-to-value ratio mortgage restrictions and the big spike in fixed mortgage rates could slow the housing market in coming months. Now, you'll recognise that the Reserve Bank's new stance is very much in line with our long-held views. We think it's entirely appropriate that the central bank is warning people that a period of higher interest rates is coming. By sounding that warning bell early, financial markets have moved to lift long-term interest rates, and that has caused the upward shift in fixed mortgage rates. Higher fixed mortgage rates now could slow the housing market early, thus reducing the extent of OCR hikes that will eventually be needed. Now, just on that front, I often get asked whether fixed or floating mortgage rates are a better deal, and since early 2012, I've erred on the side of fixed mortgage rates. That changed a couple of weeks ago, and we now think that floating or fixed mortgage rates are pretty much of a muchness. It's really down to your own personal circumstances. I think fixed mortgage rates today are a fair reflection of where floating rates are likely to go over the next few years. Now lastly, next week we've got GDP data coming out. We've crunched the numbers and we think it could be much weaker than we initially expected. The number could be negative 0.1%, and if we're right, that'll be splashed across newspapers and could cause a reaction on financial markets. That said, I think the cause is pretty much down to the drought. It had a bigger short-term effect on economic activity than we initially thought. And I don't think this week GDP data will really debunk the evidence of a wide range of indicators suggesting that the economy is on an improving trend path. Talk to you next week.